So I was saying basically that high school me and new me is like very, very different. It's not a drastic change, but I feel like I've learned so much and I've noticed so many things about myself and how I am. And I just love it. Like, I feel like if I had the knowledge that I have now, back then, I would be so more at peace with everything, you know, at ease.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how I feel.
See, from high school, I've learned so much. Like, I changed so much. I can't even lie.
Like,
It was a drastic change, but it happened so naturally.
yeah.
Yeah, it happened naturally. So it was like, for me, I just became more like reserved and very more like not the type of person to just let everyone in my business or just, just like I learned quickly to like keep friends from a distance. I feel like so. Yeah,
I feel like my main issue when it came to like learning about myself, what I needed to work on the most was like my friends. Like I just learned so much about my friends. Like I learned so much about how much I give to my friends and how much like, you know, the things that I let slide so many times that was actually like disrespectful stuff. Like it's like, how can you let so much stuff slide like that? But it's like at that time I just felt like I was just so, like, I want to be my friends. So like, I'll just get through this or whatever the case may be. But then it's like when you get older, it's like friends come and go. Like I feel like that's one thing I did learn. Friends come and go. Like what?
Legit.
They come and go. So I just feel like it's okay. Like it don't even have to be on no hate thing, no bad thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can literally like, go on with your life. Like friends is not always gonna be there like every single step. I appreciate like the memories, stuff like that. But baby, we gotta keep it going. Like life is going on. Like come on now.
For me, I feel like high school me and college me is just too many differences, way too many differences. One of the main ones that I really appreciate is like high school me was too worried about other people, what other people had going on. I wanted to be, included. I wanted to be where everybody else was. If everybody was doing this, I wanted to do that. I was too worried about what my friends were doing, what popular people were doing. I was too much of a people pleaser. College me now, I'm focused on myself. Like I put myself first. And if high school me put herself first, she would have learned a lot of things quicker. But I put friends first sometimes, I put family first sometimes, and that didn't always get me anywhere. So putting myself first has brought me so much peace.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, I learned that you have to understand who you are. And at first, I wasn't understanding who I was, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't
Know your place.
like know my place in people's. Like, I thought I was here, but in their eyes, I was like, why are you even talking to me type shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just had to realize, like, hey, like, Mola, like, and the people that did left,
It is what it
like
is.
it is what it is. Like you just have to let it go and do what you have to do because people are gonna come and go. Like we're literally in our sophomore year, like about to
In college, time went by so fast.
like time
Really
so
went by so
fast.
fast.
So you know what I'm saying? Like there's gonna be more relationships to friendships, relationships to experience and get to know. And then on top of that, you even get to know yourself even more. So we're all still growing. Everyone's still growing. And people just have to realize that you're just growing. That's just it. Like that's what people have to understand.
Another thing I feel like I learned and that relates to that situation is just like when people come and go and people leave, you can't feel like it's your fault unless you actually did something to backstab. But you can't feel like you're any less of a person, and you can't feel like, oh, for example, whatever they're saying about you is true, that's why they left. That goes into you have to know who you are. Because if somebody tries to say what you're not and you don't know who you are, that can send you into a spiral. Like you can let that affect you because you didn't know who
like you
are.
can actually run mad. Like
You
what?
can run
like
mad.
believing into what like people say about you. Like if you really know yourself,
Right. For me, it was like I would hear people say, "Oh, you're so annoying," this, and that. But I just wanted to the way I am, love, like spending time with people is like my type of love language, if that makes sense. So I always wanted to be with like my friends and whatnot. But then it got to a point where it's like, am I annoying them? Like you can tell by their facial expressions and stuff like that. So it affected me to like, okay, let's calm down. But it's just like, wait, I can't be myself then.
Exactly.
If you can't be yourself,
that person is not for you.
with anybody, you have to just
if you can't be yourself, like that's a big thing. I feel like you should, any friend group or friendship that you're in, they're supposed to be able to like love you, care for you, and like accept you for who you are, like in any type of thing. Like even like I see a lot of people talk about like people, like friends ghosting each other, like people, like you have to accept, like I have my ghosting days, you know what I'm saying? Some people take that the wrong way. Some people would be like, nah, because you're acting funny, you're acting weird. But it's just like, you have to have a friend that understands that these are the moments that you need by yourself, you know what I'm saying? And then when it's time for you to like come back and be social, then it's up. You know, it's always, even though you're ghosting, it's always going to be love regardless.
And I had a friend like that, and I didn't understand, but that was just the way she was, and because of her childhood trauma. And you have to understand, you might not even meet these people when they're like young. You met them like in high school, so they have stuff in their past that really affected them that they probably don't want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? And friendships, everything takes time, you know what I'm saying? So like everything just takes time. So
I feel like that's why low maintenance but high substance friendships are really important. Like it's the friendship has substance, but I don't have to talk to you every day for us to maintain. I know you felt
I love friendships like that. No, I love friendships like that.
Sorry.
That's the type of friend I want in every
And I feel like that's how a lot of people were in high school. Like, let's be honest. Like, at least that's what I really like. Oh, you have to talk to them like
you have
every
to talk
day.
To me. You have to text me.
And plus, we were going to school every single day, so it makes sense. But then I guess some people still have that mindset. Like me, I'm talking for myself. Like, oh, you still have to talk to that person every day. But then I grew, and I'm just like, wait, for what? Like, if you know yourself and you know yourself in their place, and they know their, you know, vice versa, then everything is good. Great. Exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Like, how does it like how do you feel when someone doesn't understand the type of friendship that you like need? Like, you don't want to be talking to that person every day, but you still care for that person. But that doesn't mean you have to see them every day. You don't have to talk to them every day. Like, sometimes you genuinely have to isolate yourself to better yourself.
Yeah, I feel like those type of people, for me, it's like, if you don't understand me and if you don't understand how I am or why I am the way I am, it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
like, that friendship is not gonna work, because it's like you're fighting for something that I can't give you. So it's like, I just can't do that. But I need to learn to like actually voice that with people. Like, I need to actually learn to voice that with people, because my communication skills is horrible.
So that's another thing.
But
that's another thing. High school communication, college communication
is different. And having communication, not only everyone knows the topic communication. You know, communication is key. That's a big topic. But understanding it,
comprehension.
I suck at communication, but I feel like with the friend group that I have now, definitely told me, like, you know, I need to work on that type of stuff, like communication. And another thing that I've been like trying to work on is like reciprocating, or like basically reaching out to people, like how they reach out to me, because I didn't know. Like, I feel like when y'all told me like, oh yeah, it's just like, you know, you don't reach out to us like that, I was like, what's this? Like, what do you mean I don't like? Because for me, it's like, my love for y'all is like, it runs too deep for you to even think that it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like one-sided. So I'm like, bro, like, they don't need me to be telling them all the time. They don't need me to reach out to them all the time. But then I deeped it. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, like, even though I feel like, okay, cool, like, they know, I just feel like if y'all feel that, you know, the same energy is not being reciprocated, I feel like as a friend, you know, if I respect you enough, I'm going to work on that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Have I done that?
Oh, you definitely have. I see you working through it. Not have I done that. I see you. Because let's be realistic. anybody, even if it's a best friend, if it's a sister, if it's a boyfriend, if it's a friend, mom, dad, if it's always one person going,
Yeah.
let's do this, I'm calling you, I'm texting you, I want to hang out with you, you're going to feel like that person just doesn't care enough to do the same thing back. And that's going to bother people. Like,
Yeah.
And I be feeling so bad because like I really genuinely have so much love for my friends. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm acting a different way, but I love you so much. So
Like,
it's
no, it's so
Everyone
crazy.
is
But like,
different.
exactly.
it's because everyone expresses their own love differently.
Yeah.
That's why communication is important, but that's why comprehension is even more important.
Yeah. As long as you clock it, like, as long as, like, dang, like, because for me, personally, y'all not the first people that have told me that. Like, people be saying that to me a lot. I'm just be like, whatever. Like, y'all know I love y'all. Like, y'all my girls. But then it's just like, no, like, maybe I should work on this. Like, I'm going to work on it. I feel like what I love about growing and evolving is, like, learning, like, you know, taking what people say into consideration, you know, and applying it to your daily life. Because, like I said, people have been saying this stuff to me. I don't want to go throughout my life, you know, when making people feel like it's always one-sided. Like, that's, especially if I, like, care for you so much. Like, it's like, no, I don't want you to feel like that. Like, no, it's never that. It's never that at all.
when I realized, when I deeped it, I was like, when my mom and dad told me I have communication problems. Like
Your
I have,
mom and dad?
yeah,
Mom
they
and
both,
dad.
and it
Even
was
for African parents to say that.
yes,
that's crazy.
I was just like, okay, now I actually need to work on this shit because no. But
I feel like, what do y'all think? Do y'all think y'all are, like, introverts or extroverts?
a whole introvert.
Me?
I feel like,
I feel like I'm
I think you're an extrovert.
yeah.
You're definitely an
But
extrovert.
then, yeah. Like, why am I saying I think I know? Like, I know I am. But sometimes, like everyone, they have their days. Like, you know, regroup and repair their minds and all that. You know, because life behaves.
I really want to say that I'm both, but I know that I'm an
I
extrovert.
feel like you're
Sophie's
both.
an extrovert.
You feel like I'm both? I feel like I'm both too.
I think you're mainly an extrovert. I don't see you
I'm
as an
mainly an
introvert.
I mean, what really classifies as an introvert?
Yeah. What?
That's true.
Introvert to me is like not somebody that's too social. Like, even though social's not bad, I love that. But I'm saying, like, somebody that's not too social and like that's
Always
to me like
to themselves.
Yeah. For me personally, I am an introvert. One thing about me is I love being by myself. Like, nobody really understands. Like, I find it as luxury. Like, I love being with my friends. Don't get me wrong. When I'm with my friends, I'm an extrovert. You can see it. Like, I'm definitely an extrovert. But for the most part, I'm an introvert because I feel like once I'm around too many people, like, everybody's energies can be so much to me. Like, it can be almost too much. And sometimes I've noticed that, like, sometimes I get anxious. Like, a lot of energy at the same time, like, too much. Like, and I feel like when I'm doing whatever, like, if I'm in my extroverted mode and too many other, and it's just it's just kind of crazy.
It's like
So,
overstimulation.
yes, so I enjoy being by myself. I enjoy, like, my thoughts and stuff. Even though I'm so sorry.
That's one thing. High school me versus now me too. Feeling like high school me didn't know how to enjoy her own company, but me, I will literally just cancel plans that I purposely made with somebody just to stay in my bed and be by myself because I don't feel like going outside.
Protect your energy.
Protect your energy
your
for
energy.
sure. I don't care if you told so and so you was about to go to the movies with them. If you call me after I got in the shower and now my feet are rubbing together and I'm under my covers, babes, like, it's a wrap. It's a done deal. It's really a done deal. But high school me, babes, I would have jumped out that bed. I would have put some clothes on and I'd be like, where you
No,
at?
high school was on and popping.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you on, I'm on. Like,
That's
what party we
literally
going to? Like,
On and popping.
we are definitely going out. And I feel like now it's like that, but it's a bit different. Like, now I enjoy, like, traveling, you know, stuff like that. Like, we party too, you know, we do
But
that.
we don't be at every.
Yeah,
But it's like we prioritize.
We
Yeah.
prioritize. We are prioritize, like, our energy. We prioritize. And then one thing, and I feel like Sophie, like, we here with it, we don't like to show our face like that. Like, we don't like to be at every like, what are you showing your face for
It's
all the
not
time?
cute.
It's
That's
wait, hold
another
on.
topic.
Let me give a disclaimer. It's not like everybody wants to see us.
Right.
Right. We don't think that.
But it's just kind of like, we don't want everybody to like, we don't want to be seen all the time.
I don't like to admit
I
that.
feel-
I don't like to admit it because
I mean, to me, it is what it is.
I don't like to
really is.
admit it because I don't want people to be like what you said. Oh, you think
Right.
people are
Yeah.
looking for you, but you
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
not even that. It's
People
not
do
even
be
that.
looking for you. Don't play. People do be looking for you, but it's like this is not the face that you're gonna see everywhere you go.
Exactly.
It's not.
I feel like it's. Oh, go ahead.
And growing up, my mom always said, "Oh, don't be going to parties. Don't be known as a party girl."
That's what I was just about to say. Like, it kind of gets
And
that
I'm like,
image.
Hey, Mom, you're actually right because I don't want to be known as
A
Yeah.
party girl. Every single time you go to a function, you're always there. You're always there. I always see you. I always see you. Like, what am I missing? Especially if it's the same thing over and over.
I just
Same
realized
music.
these parties really be like the same thing
The
over and
same.
over. I mean, it'd be fun. Like, we be tea.
Right.
Like, me and my girls will definitely be tea. But, like, to go every single time, it's just kind of like,
You're not missing anything.
like,
And
I feel
then
like,
we-
I don't know how people don't get, like, bored. Like, me, I
Or
get bored so
tired.
fast.
The only reason we don't get bored is
No, I'm
because
talking
it's
about
us.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, going to parties back to back.
Back
Like,
to
how do you
back
not
to
get
back to
bored?
back to
Like,
back.
that's crazy.
That's how you know those
It's in
are
their
real
blood.
party people.
It's in their
Yeah.
blood.
Real party
I
people.
don't know how people could be like that.
Because I feel like I don't know, maybe like our group. Because when we get lit, we get lit. Like
We
we,
get
lit for real.
Like
so
if we're in a room and you're just looking in the whole room, we're going to draw attention to us because we're the
are.
littest.
No, we be lit. We be lit.
For
We're
sure.
going to
It's
draw
always
the most
fun.
attention.
Yes.
Maybe that's why we be needing to recharge. So
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. I need like a good 2-day recharge. Like no, and I'm not even joking. Like real. Like I need to recharge from everything. Like the alcohol. Like what? Everything.
if
needs
it's a
to
weekend,
recharge.
like if we did something Friday, then we did something Saturday, I'm gonna need like a month. I'm gonna need a month.
Yeah.
After a college
Something.
weekend, I'm gonna need a
Oh
month.
yeah. Those
College weekends be
weekends.
hectic.
Back to back to back. Like crazy.
Do y'all think like college parties are different from high school parties?
Right.
Yeah.
But
I think so.
I think they are. College parties.
It's the same concept.
Yeah.
but
It is the same concept. How do y'all feel about? Can we talk about clubs?
club.
okay, clubs. Here's the thing.
Timmy,
with
you've been to a
clubs.
club.
I've been to the club.
Oh,
No, tell me. I need
period.
to hear you. What do you think about clubs?
Clubs. I mean, if I'm drunk, I'm gonna have fun.
No,
Regardless.
Pat, of course.
But if I'm not, I don't know what to tell you. I'm literally gonna be bored sitting there because
How do you?
No.
how are you just
right?
sitting?
I've been to a club and
Yeah.
I just feel like clubs are cute. Like I really like, it's cute. I like it. But and the first time I went to a club or, I went to a club and I was just seeing like everybody's in a section, but it was so foreign to me because people were just standing there. Like
They
people,
don't dance
like
no
of course
more.
they have, like
They
there will be in
don't
their,
dance.
that's what I'm saying. They'll have their sections, they'll have their hookah, they have their whatever,
All it is.
But
is
they're
It's
showing
just
out.
just
there.
chilling.
It's
No,
chilling.
it's not even that. All it is showing out on the gram.
It's really just showing out. It's really just showing
And
out.
some people, okay, that's what they like to do, chill.
Yeah, I mean it's like a vibe. I would say it's like a vibe, but I feel like maybe because I'm so used to like girls in the middle doing whatever it do, like the guys, everybody's lit, but like at a club it's just kind of like
It's chill. Like
chill.
the first time I went to the club, my friend started twerking, and I felt so awkward because everybody was just
Yeah.
standing around. Like I was like, I don't know if you're supposed to do that. Like,
The proper
like
etiquette.
girl, yeah.
there's
No.
definitely a lot of pros and cons to club. One con is the boys. The boys are always standing around. The boys are pros and cons because even though they're just standing around and they're just looking, they really just came
No,
to put on a
bad.
show. They came to show that they got bottles. They came to get the bottle girls to come to their section. They came to show out in their Christian Dior's and their little Amiri jeans. What the pros is about these niggas though is you can come to the club and you won't pay for the section. You can get in
Right.
today's section.
Let's talk about it. You can walk in looking like a bad girl, and the nigga would just come to you. Oh, you want a drink? Oh, you want some hookah? Oh, you want
Oh, come with them.
Yeah, we do.
Come to our section.
Y'all too
Yeah.
bring your girl.
Yeah, bring your girls. Bring your
Literally. bring your friends. Let's have a party.
Don't try this at your standard club though, because when we went to like regular clubs,
You talking about which one? The
African American clubs, they be a little bit stingy.
They be a little bit stingy. Why do y'all think that is though? I don't know.
I think it's because we're in Houston. If you go to Atlanta dudes, I hear that Atlanta dudes are very giving. And
I love Atlanta dudes. When I went to Atlanta, they were very like, talkative.
Friendly.
They were very giving, like definitely very giving. Even like the African American ones too. So that is true.
I think like Houston dudes, they know that a lot of Houston females, they just want to run you for your money. So they're a little bit on edge. They stay on their toes.
I'm not gonna lie, when I went to that African American club, I didn't know half of the songs. Like, so I was really just like, okay.
How do you not know half the songs? Those are the same songs that they play at the party.
No, Sevi, these were different. Like on me, like they played a few of the songs that be at like the parties and stuff like that. But some of them, like, it was like, yeah, some of them were definitely different. But I'm still gonna bob to my little Nicki Minaj 1-2 step.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Right. Like, I don't discriminate. I love all clubs, but it's like if I want to go to a club and walk in and I want to have a good time, I want drinks for free, I want hookah for free, and I want a free section for free, I'm going to go to an African club.
Yes, you cannot go to
Facts.
African American if you want that.
Okay.